I am Dylan Pemberton and I'm Commercial Manager for Your Sales Team Cloud. I think the main difference between lead generation and pipeline management is simply the fact that most clients aren't aware that there's a pipeline management service out there. I think the classic volume-based approach of lead generation often isn't a good fit for many businesses, particularly if they've got a complex service or a complicated sales process. Pipeline management is entirely focused on the value element of the process, whereas lead generation is a lot more focused on the volume. So I think with pipeline management, your return on investment is a lot more predictable and easy to manage. Volume is always going to be needed to feed any pipeline, because at the end of the day, the lead still needs creating. The difference with pipeline management is that the lead is created and nurtured and managed through the whole process. So all that's delivered back to the client at the other end is more defined opportunities. It's not just cutting the wheat from the chaff, it's about cutting the wheat from the chaff and then turning that wheat into fine grain, so to speak. For me, whether it's a can of Coke or a complex outsourced sales and marketing solution, clients will buy any product or service for 4 simple reasons and criteria. Firstly, that they've got credibility and confidence in the supplier that they're dealing with. Secondly, that the supplier is able to actually deliver the service that they're looking to do, so i.e. there's no square pegs and round holes. That the service provided is hassle-free, and that ultimately price versus value comes into it. Lead generation and pipeline management are both able to satisfy the first 2 criteria of credibility and confidence, and to be able to do what it says on the tin, basically. That's where pipeline management really excels. The thing with the lead generation is often a lot of hassle, because the client will often find themselves sat around a table arguing over what was and what wasn't a lead, trying to work with a provider to uplift quality, and it can generally be quite a hassle process. The thing with pipeline management is it tends to eliminate that whole negative side of things. For me, lead generation is much more the commoditized approach, where the thing that's most visible is the price, whereas pipeline management is a much more considered approach, where what's more visible is the value and the quality. What I'm not trying to do really is to talk lead generation down, because I think there's certainly a time and a place for that. For example, if you're a utility company and you want quite a straightforward type of inquiry, people who are perhaps interested in switching their utilities provider, then lead generation may be more than sufficient. But as I said earlier, if you have a more complex kind of product or a more convoluted sales process, then typically pipeline management is a much better system and service. For me, I'm a big boxing fan, so I'd equate it to 2 different types of boxers. As far as lead generation is concerned, I think you would describe that as the type of boxer I'd refer to as a brawler. Someone who comes out the bell, all guns blazing, throwing as many punches as they can, trying to get some points. And the chances are that over the course of the fight, they will land some punches, but they'll expend a lot of energy and a lot of effort, and often without much reward. Of course, the odds are that they'll win the odd fight, often in spectacular fashion, but when they come up against an opponent of the same class, then the chances are that they're going to come undone, and it's certainly not a long-term strategy for success, in my opinion. The boxers who are successful, though, are the pugilists, the type of boxer who keeps their opponent on the jab, who will work the body, who'll go round after round, working to a strategy and a game plan, trying to get the KO at the right moment in time. For me, that's the epitome of pipeline management, going the distance and doing all the work. If you want to know more about pipeline management, you can tweet me or you can email me at dylanpemberton@yoursalesteamcloud.com, and I look forward to hearing from you.